What's happening, Green Hill Radio, New World Order News? So, now I haven't fully caught up with all of the Infowars broadcasts that I missed last week. I missed the firing of Owen Schroyer. Well, the parting ways. Anyway, yeah, totally called Owen Schroyer too, wildly enough. Like I've mentioned it before in videos. I'm pretty sure I've mentioned different like little aspects of this in different videos. And I've had like conversations about this with friends just because I watch a lot of Infowars and I watch the other shows. So I am, I notice these little interactions and things going on, how the different hosts will kind of make fun of each other and in the tone of these references. I think it was Chase Geyser one time. I don't know if he was mad at Alex or whatever. It was either Chase or Owen one time, who I swear to God did like a wicked funny Alex Jones impression. He said he was talking about somebody else, but he was talking about Alex, and Alex talking wicked fast these days because of the methylene blue, and he's all hyped up and shit. And he does this fucking, grumbly voice where he's all like, rah, 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 and you can't even understand the guy because he's just mumbling like this and da da da. You know what I mean? I pointed this out before, how they'll make little references and sort of make fun of each other. And it was pretty funny. Like, I swear to God, I haven't scrolled back yet and checked to see if all the fucking War Room episodes with Owen Schroyer have been deleted, if those links no longer work. Last night, watching some of the broadcast, I don't even remember if I looked at the button of the menu to see if the War Room was still there. I guess it's still there. I don't remember seeing anything out of ordinary. Alex Jones said he was going to be on it, so. But you have these little moments where they make fun of each other. I had to fucking eat something. You'll see that in my videos too. Like, I'll be like halfway through a video and just straight up run out of gas. It's early in the morning, so I haven't really technically eaten fucking a lot yet. Just a couple of eggs now. And I'm like, I'll stop mid-video and just start to slow down as the gas tank empties and be like, yeah, hold on. And then there'll be a jump cut. I'll be back in a few minutes. Anyways. So, fuck. I just had it too. Hold on. So I thought it was pretty funny how, like, you're going to have to scroll back and see if those links are still there. But I thought it was pretty funny how, like, I shared that one episode of the War Room where Owen had that white button-up shirt on and the gold tie. And I was like, not going to lie, Owen, looking healthy today, skin glowing, looking great in the white and gold's definitely your color. He wears black all the time. And I was like, the lighting, bro looks good. Fucking, there you go, man. That's your outfit it's your prime outfit right there. And I don't know, maybe other people thought the same, because like literally the next day on the Infowars show, Alex Jones is all like, and I know the ladies get all excited because of Owen, but there's more important shit. And fucking, I was just laughing. But it was funny. Alex did recently, I guess, a Trump move where he said, and Owen's been on fire recently. Go check out the War Room. So imagine that Trump move. Owen's being a dick, grumbling, dissatisfied. right? Being a Debbie Downer, sad sack of the pack, droop of the troop, fed up with the setup. And Alex is like, go check out Owen's show. He's really killing it right now. He's on fire. And well, what was really most funny to me was that Alex said, you know, the crew and everybody, and this dynamic started to change like a few years ago. And the only reason why I thought that was funny was because there was this one thing that I guess you could call a gambler's tell. Maybe two things. The fucking hair strand in the face thing he had on one episode with the fucking hair strand in the face. And I was like, I didn't think anything of it. But like, I don't know, this is just me. I feel like he did that on purpose. And then one of the callers was like, get the fucking hair strand. Like, nobody wants the hair strand in your face tickling your face. You know what I mean? You set yourself up to look like that or whatever. I don't know. It's just a thought, like a vanity kind of thing, I guess. You could call that like a fake Superman thingamajig. You know, a fake anytime somebody got the slick back hair in a movie and they go through something and then a few of the strands are like in their face and shit, you know, you gotta earn that look. You gotta go through some shit before the couple of strands get to hang in your face. You can't just do that. But that's beside the point. No, the real tell, I don't know, I'm a stickler for sentence structure and how people say things, and yeah, I know, with my garbage spelling and fucking lack of punctuation. It's just how it is. But I'm a real, when people say things the wrong way or use the wrong fucking word or sentence structure, or, you know, it just doesn't fucking make sense, it bothers the shit out of me. And this is when I knew, you know, I was always just like, all right, whatever, man. But this is when I knew, and this is how I believe Alex saying that Owen is the type of guy who can't take any criticism, and he won't fucking admit he's wrong, and he'll just double and quadruple and sextemple down and hextemple, or whichever, you know, however many more zemples there are to the hexes, and you know what I'm saying. I gotta use big fake numbers like that because it is like this shit that started like a couple of years back. And this is gonna sound like the most fucking absurd thing when you hear it, but it's the appropriate measurement to take. Yeah, I'm talking about appropriate measurements. You knew, like, there's just endless of these. It started a couple of years back. I swear to fucking God. There was one distinct episode of The War Room I remember watching, and he said, I forget what he was talking about. Let's pretend it was a storm. And he was like, and the officials knew that the storm was coming, and they didn't take the appropriate measurements to withstand the storm. And I just sat there and I was like, appropriate measurements. It's not how that's said, right? But I just brushed it off. And then like a few days later, or a week later, he said it again to another thing. And I was like, huh. And it was almost like, and he just kept on doing it. And it was almost like he knows that he said it wrong the first time. He should have said the officials didn't take appropriate measures. Measurements is not a thing in this instance of saying a sentence, Owen, right? He should have said that, right? But instead of doubling back and the next time appropriate measures came up as a phrase, he doubled down and said appropriate measurements. And you know how fucking, like, Alex is like, yeah, if I say something wrong, the crew's in my ear with the fucking, they're Googling stuff, and they'll tell me. Like, I find it hard to believe that nobody in Owen's life said to him, like, maybe the second or third time, like, I don't know, right? But nobody said, hey, Owen, it's appropriate measures, not measurements. You're building a flood wall, not getting a fucking suit, right? And nobody would say to the tailor, take the appropriate measurements. Okay, Peter Bankman. You see what I'm saying? Just like Alex said, that's kind of funny. But, so yeah, like, nobody told him. He was either well known for not taking constructive criticism, and nobody told him he was saying it wrong. Nobody bothered, or he knew he said it wrong the first time, and he was just, doubling down and redoubling down, and so he was like, all right, so I'm gonna create basically this inside universe, essentially. Yeah, I know this is deep, but this is like my takeaway from it, as an outsider looking at all the little intricacies that I've noticed. And I'm the same way as Alex. Like I find myself swearing at Facebook on a daily basis, because if I get something wrong, I get fucking pissed about it. And I get things wrong all the time, and then I have to fix the shit, and I'm like, fuck you. I get fucking mad, I try to fix the shit. I don't double down on the shit and then be like, so I'm just gonna keep on, like, calling it appropriate measurements until it feels right, and I've created this, like, inside universe where, you know what I mean? It's like a scientist who says this data or these data, like one of these foreign guys who mispronunciates his way through an explanation of physics, and you just kind of let him do it. So, like, he made that, he was like, I can either say it the correct way the next time I say it and acknowledge that I was wrong, right? I mean, when Alex, if this is the real Owen that Alex is describing when he's talking about this weird perfectionism and this God complex he has, right? Then it makes sense. So instead of acknowledging that he was wrong, right? Can't let that into your universe. The next time he said appropriate measurements again. Yeah, I know, this is fucking like, but these are like the little glimpses, if you really pay attention to the show, that you can kind of catch them making fun of each other and making little references to each other. Obvious ones like fucking Chase making fun of Alex there. I call bullshit if anybody wants to say he was actually referencing somebody other than Alex with the fucking, oh, he's grumbling, you can't understand him comments. But, yeah, like, yeah, that was the tell for me. I was like, years of this, and I got used to it myself, so I guess it worked. I was like, fucking, Owen's thing is calling it appropriate measurements instead of measures. He was like, no, I'm gonna own this mistake and be like, this is, yeah. If you really boil this shit down, this is what I saw. And just like, I don't know. I mean, I never thought anything of it. Like, if he really is the second highest paid employee of InfoWars, then the increasingly flashier suits over the years that he would wear is just funny. Like, Alex always wears, like, some kind of a sport coat and a button-up shirt, and that's basically it. Like, Owen would have me wowed with his suits. I'd be like, that's a fucking nice-ass suit. Anyway, guys, like, subscribe, fight the New World Order. Peace, y'all.